Good morning, students. This is the second session of this chapter, Ratio and Proportion. In the previous session, we have seen what is ratio. Today, we will see the topic how to divide a given quantity into a given ratio. So, the question number 1 is saying that 20 sweets are distributed between A and B in the ratio 2:3. How many does each get? So first of all, in solution, the given ratio is equals to 2:3. Clear? That means A gets 2 parts and B get 3 parts. So in total, parts, how many parts are there in total? 2 plus 3, that is equals to 5. Means A gets 2 by 5 into 20. Okay, means out of 20 sweets, A is getting 2 by 5. Clear? So 5 ones are and 5 fours are, means A is getting 8 sweets. Okay, and B gets 3 by 5 into 20, means 12 sweets. So our answer is 8 sweets and 12 sweets. Now let's see the another question based on the similar thing. So here you have to divide rupees 260 among A, B and C in the ratio 1/2, ratio 1/3, ratio 1/4. So in the solution, what we will do first? First, convert all given ratio in simplest form. Clear? And I have told you in the previous session that how to convert this fraction ratio into a simple ratio. We will take LCM. Take LCM of 2, 3 and 4. Clear? So that is 12. I hope you are understanding it. Now take each term and multiply with 12. So first term is 1 by 2 multiply by 12, ratio 1 by 3 multiply by 12, ratio 1 by 4 multiply by 12. Now 2 6 are, 3 4s are, 4 3s are. So you are getting 6 ratio 4 ratio 3. Okay, this is the parts that you are getting. So total parts will be total parts is 6 plus 4 plus 3, that is 13. Okay, clear? 6 plus 4 plus 3, that is 13. So now A is 6/13 into 260, means 6 by 13 of 260. So you will get how much? 13 ones are, 13 twos are. Okay, 20s are, means okay. 13 2s is 26 and 0. So you are getting 120 rupees. Clear? And what will B get? 4 upon 13 into 260, that is again 20. So you get 80 rupees. B is getting 80. In C we will see C is 3 upon 13 into 260, that is 60 rupees. So you got the answers. A is getting 120 rupees, B is getting 80 rupees, and C is getting 60 rupees. Okay, see it again. Okay, our next question is, two numbers are in the ratio 10:13. If the difference between them is 48, find the number. So how to solve this? Ratios of two number is 10:13. So let the number be 10x and 13x. Okay, so the difference between them, the number is equals to 13x minus 10x, because from the bigger one the smaller one can be subtracted. So you are getting 3x. Okay, so the difference between them is 48. Between the two number is 48. So you have taken out the difference between the two number, that is 3x, and that is equals to 48. So from here you are getting 48 upon 3, that is 16. So you have got the value of x, that is 16. So now the required number is first one was 10x. So value of x was 16. So 10 into 16, that is 160. And second one 13x. So 13 into 16, that is equals to 208. So you have got the numbers also, and this is the way how you solved it. I hope now you can do each and every type of question that is based on the ratio. Clear? Let's move on and see what is proportion. So students, our next topic is proportion. When four quantities are so related that the ratio between the first and the second quantity is equals to the ratio between the third and the fourth quantity, the quantity are said to be in proportion. That means proportion is equality of two ratios. Okay, let's understand with one example. For example, the ratio between first and second quantities is 15:20. That means when you will divide this, you will get the appropriate ratio. Simply 5 3s are 5 4s are, so 3:4. Okay, now whereas the ratio between third and fourth quantities is 9:12. That means 9/12. Okay, so from here also 3 3s are 9 and 3 4s are 12. So according to this statement, that when four quantities are so related, there are four quantities, first, second, third and fourth, that the ratio between the first and the second quantities, the ratio between the first and the ratio between the second and the third, first and second and third is equal. Okay, the quantities are said to be in proportion. So all the quantities are this four quantities are said to be in proportion. So how to write all the quantities in proportion? We will write it like this way: 15:20. Then there is a double colon which represent that the first two quantities is related with second, means third and fourth quantities. Okay, this whole first quantity is related with second whole quantity. Okay, I hope it is clear how to represent the proportion with quantities. Okay, let's see a question. So question is, find, and here one more thing you have to see, that yes, the one more thing you have to see, that the first and the last term is called the extremes. Okay, this first and last term is called extremes. Clear? And whereas the second and the third term, means 9, they are called means. Okay, clear? So let's see a question based on the proportion. Find the fourth proportional of 3, 4, and 18. So let the fourth proportional be x. So 3, 4, 18 and 18, x are in proportion. So now let's see a question based on the proportion. The question is saying that find the fourth proportional of 3, 4 and 18. So let's see how to solve it. Let the fourth proportional be x. As you know that if something is not known to you, so we will suppose it x. So 3, 4, 18 and x. Okay, and it can be also written like this: 3:4 equals to. See student, we can represent the proportion sign with equals to also, or with double colon also. Okay, and 18:x. Clear? It can be written like this also: 3/4, as you know, ratio means dividing, and 18/x. Clear? Now do the cross multiplication. So 3 into x and 18 into 4. So 3x is equals to 72. So x is equals to 72/3, that is equals to 24. I hope you have understood. So students, our last topic is continued proportion. Three quantities are said to be in continued proportion if the ratio between the first and the second quantity is equal to the ratio between the second and the third quantities. That is, if A, comma B and C are in continued proportion, so it can be written like this: A ratio B is equals to B ratio C, where B is mean proportion between A and C. Okay, so A ratio B equals to B ratio C, or we can also write like this: A upon B equals to B upon A, that is B into B equals to A into C. Okay, see, or it can be written like this: B square is equals to AC. I hope you are understanding it. Then B is equals to, when we are removing a square from this, so root will be root is coming over here. Okay, so thus let's see an example. Find mean proportion between 2 and 8. Okay, so we have to find the mean proportion between 2 and 8. So 2 is A and 8 is C. So 2 into 8, that is 16. And if we, the square root of 16 is 4. So this is the mean proportion that is coming in between 2 and 8. I hope you are understanding it. Okay, let's see one more question based on the similar thing. Find the mean proportion between 4 and 9. Okay, so let's see. B is equals to root AC. This was the formula as you have seen previously. So B 4 into 9, that is root 36. So the square root of 36 is 6. So the other method of solving the same question is, let the mean proportion be X. Okay, so 4 comma X and 9 are in proportion. Now we can write like this: 4 ratio X is equals to X ratio 9. Okay, here X is continued with 9 and 4, so this is called continued proportion. So 4 upon X is equals to X upon 9. So after cross multiplication we are getting 4 into 9. Clear? So this is X square equals to 36. So X is equals to 6. Okay, I hope you have understood. So now let's see the last question based on the continued proportion, and with this we will finish this chapter. The question is saying that find the third proportional to 12 and 30. So let the third proportional be X. Okay, so we can say that 12 comma 30 and X are in continued proportion. Clear? So we can write it like this way: 12 ratio 30 is equals to 30 ratio x. Okay, here 30 is in continued proportion with 12 and x. So we can write it like this: 12 upon 30 equals to 30 upon x. Okay, this is the sign of proportion as I've told you. So 12x is equals to 30 into 30. So 12x is equals to 900. So x is equals to 900 upon 12. That is 75. Okay, I hope you have understood what is proportion and what is continued proportion. So with this, the chapter 6, ratio and proportion, is finished. Thank you.